Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia, and Dr. Bandung Sahari from PT Astra Agro, Lestari, Indonesia. Well, not to waste too much time, we would like to invite the present Mr. Johari Jalinas to do his presentation first, and the presentation will be around 30 minutes for Pak Johari and also for Pak Bandung. And before that, I would like to read the CV of Dr. Johari bin Jalinas. The current affiliation, Department of Science, Biology and position as lecturer, researchers and consultant. About his education, bachelor from biomedical UPM Malaysia, and then master he got from entomology UKM Malaysia, and PhD still in entomology University of Alicante, Spain. His expertise is entomology, natural and cultural heritage. Well, that's all the CV of Dr. Rojali. Next, we would like to listen to Pak Jo presentation. Sir, yeah, 30 minutes, sir.
Hello. Hello. So, okay, thank you very much, Ibu here.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much for inviting me for this good session. So maybe I want to share my slides. I can share my slides.
Who will share the slide?
I share my slides. Okay, sure.
Jangan hilangkan share screen-nya biar Pak Jo bisa. Stop screen.
Okay. So, okay. Can see my slides, everyone?
Yes, clear, Pak.
Okay, clear. Okay. Okay. For the whole, I would like to thank to Ibu Hidrayani as a moderator for this session, and thank you Ibu Miss for inviting me. And furthermore, I would like to thank to the head of department, plant protection, for Dr. Novi, and the dean for Dr. Indra Dwipa, and also the fellow guest lecturer, Dr. Bandung, and all the participants for this webinar session. So I think it's no need for me to describe my background. Okay, this is the outline for our topic today, and I'm going to discuss about the coconut and oil palm, and what is the importance of the coconut and oil palm in Malaysia and Indonesia. But I think for the Indonesia part, maybe Dr. Bandung will talk more about this. Okay, and then I will focus on the main important pests of coconut in Malaysia, and also we share some insect pests that present in coconut and oil palm in Malaysia, and how we manage the insect pests in Malaysia, and I will conclude within 30 minutes for this webinar. For the coconut, I think in Malaysia is a very significant industry because it's important for the smallholder, and 2022 production of coconut in Malaysia is around 542,000 metric tons. But I think Indonesia is a major global coconut producer and exporter after Philippines, and known for diverse coconut product and significant role in the world market. And as we know that coconut is the thousand bees tree. Here you can see the ketupat selamat Hari Raya. So, in this moment, I also like to say selamat Hari Raya, maaf lahir dan batin. So we still in Syawal Ramadan, Syawal month. Okay, so as we know that coconut we use for many things, for example like emulsion stabilizer, and then all the product we can make shampoo and kernel product, husk product and shell product. So maybe I don't want to focus more on the importance of coconut. I will focus the main topic for this session. Okay, for the oil palm in Indonesia, report by MPOB is 1845 million tons in Malaysia, but I think Indonesia is the world's largest producer and exporter of palm oil, producing over 44 million tons annually. So I think these two crops, coconut and oil palm, are important crops for Malaysia and Indonesia. So and then you know that our industry in Indonesia, there are so many palm oil companies. And for example, in Malaysia, very popular with the Samdabi plantation, SD3, Genting plantation, IOI group, and maybe Dr. Bandung will share some information about palm oil company in Indonesia. Okay, so for the crop protection, so I will focus more on the insect pest for coconut. So in Malaysia, the thing that we focus is on the coconut leaf beetle, varieties rhinoceros, and then coconut leaf beetle, Vortispora longissima, and red palm weevil, Rhicophorus ferruginensis, and also Rhicophorus veneratus. And we also have minor pests like coconut scale insects and coconut caterpillar, and also the bedworm. So, but in Malaysia, the most serious pest that attack our coconut is rhinoceros beetle and red palm weevil. And also we also have some problem with the young coconut tree at the nursery. And the insect is a Vortispora longissima because it will make will affect the leaf of the coconut. Okay, so my study when I did my PhD until now, I do many research related with red palm weevil. Red palm weevil is the main pest for the coconut trees. And then now is a concern that can also infesting the oil palm industry in Malaysia. But until now, we cannot prove that red palm weevil infestation they only cause a minor or accidentally pest in a certain area of palm plantation in Malaysia. But now it's only attack our coconut. Okay. So this is the life cycle of the Rhicophorus ferruginensis. Start from eggs, larvae, pupa, and adult. So it usually will take around 3 months to complete the life cycle, and then the most damaging stage is the larvae. Because the larvae can cause damage on the important part of the coconut organ, okay? Because they have the chewing mandible. Here from this slide you can see how damaging the larvae on the tissue. This is the example of on the dead palm, but it's also it's the same happen in the coconut. Okay, and in Malaysia for the coconut we also have a problem with the varieties, not only for the in the oil for the coconut, but also for the oil palm. Kita panggil ni adalah kumbang tanduk lah, rhinoceros beetle. And the complete life cycle is around 4-5 months. So and then the most damaging stage for the rhinoceros beetle is the adult stage. It's different compared to RPW. RPW, the damaging stage is larvae, but for the Rhinoceros beetle is the adult stage. But this is another beetle. They also make problem with our coconut in Malaysia. I believe also it also cause trouble to Indonesia because it's origin from Indonesia, which is coconut leaf beetle, Botisqua longissima. But this beetle, the larvae and adult is the damaging stage. For Black Weaver, the larvae, the Rhinoceros beetle is the adult, but for the Botisqua longissima, the adults and the larvae in the damaging stage because both adults and larvae they eat the leaf of the coconut. Okay. And then for the common main insect pest of oil palm, we just our group in UKM we just publish review article on global trend in oil palm pests and their potential threat. This is from UKM, and the main is Dr. Mahizum from Symbiosis. We did analysis on 2,178 articles, and then we found that bedworm, Rhinoceros beetles are the most important insect pests for the oil palm. And then it's emerging pest is the Rhinoceros spaginosus. And then but in Malaysia the most serious three type of Malaysia and Cipendula. And then we also have a problem with this caterpillar, like little caterpillar, Storaniton.
Hampir sama, yang baru sinyal.
Rhinoceros beetle we can control with a good management, but Malaysia we still have a problem how to eliminate this pest. Okay, so for students, if you want to see the list of the important pests for oil palm and coconut, I provide a YouTube channel. You can go to my YouTube channel, just type my name and write the kelapa sawit or tanaman kelapa. You can get more information about all those pests. Okay. So I go for the management strategy. As you know that the group management should be integrated pest management, combine many strategies, monitoring pest level, implementing cultural practice, using biological control alongside chemical treatment where necessary, and the goal is to maintain pest population below economic threshold while reducing reliance on chemical pesticides, thereby promoting environmental and human health. So basically for the IPM, the most important thing is prevention, monitoring and pest identification before we apply the control management. Either we want to use a mechanical or biological or chemical. In this webinar session, I would like to share some of the research and also some of the control management that been done in Malaysia. Okay, so this is the first. The top is the control, but the most important thing is the fundamental of the IPM is the prevention and the economic practice, and then decision support and the control management. Okay, so in Malaysia, for the coconut, IPM, they should comply with the culture practice, my gap, and for the oil palm, they need to get a certified sustainable palm oil RSPO. This is one way to get the if they apply for the IPM. And then this is detection. The most what we did is detection is very important. For monitoring of the insects infestation. So usually for the best detection, usually we can see the presence of the insects or the damage caused by insects. And so here I would like to share the work with SD Gati. Previously is the Samdrabi. We monitor the infestation red palm beaver on the coconut trees, and then nearby of the coconut is the oil palm. So it's dangerous if the RPW can infest the oil palm, it will cause a major threat to the economy. Okay. So this is what happened in Malaysia. We have a problem with RPW, and then in eastern part of Malaysia, especially in the coastal area, we plant many coconut for small farmers and also individuals. And then red palm beaver cause damage because the larvae are inside the stem of the coconut. So here in UKM, and also we have a team to monitor the presence of the RPW on inside the coconut. So this is what happened if we don't monitor or identify the pest more earlier. The coconut will all dead, no leaf because of the RPW infestation. Because we don't know where the initial infestation because the larvae inside the coconut. Okay, so we are prepared of RPW. Maybe it's a threat to our farm industry. So we managed to do a simulation. What will happen if RPW infests our oil palm? So we do a simulation, and then how we can monitor on the red palm beaver infestation in the oil palm. And then we do a semi-field experiment, and then we see how the effect of RPW on the oil palm. And then this is a good result that we can use as a standard method to assess if our oil palm been attacked by RPW. Okay, and then the technology that we use to detect for RPW, not only the visual system, we also use the sound, acoustic detection. We use sound to detect the presence of the larvae inside the trees, coconut trees. This is some publication. We work with MPOB and SD-Gatil, the stakeholder in oil palm and also coconut, to implement the early detection of the red palm beaver. If not, it will cause damage for our industries. Okay. So this is a part of my study when I did my PhD. I used acoustic technique to measure the effects of the treatments by acoustic activity inside the dead palm. And maybe I like to share you. I don't know if you can listen the voice. This is the sound of the RPW inside the trees. It can be in the oil palm, coconut, or dead palm. Okay. So in Malaysia, we also monitor the RPW using the pheromone trap. We monitor and also we control the RPW using the pheromone trap. And then in Malaysia, we have a Department of Agriculture. They will monitor the presence of the RPW throughout the country. Because RPW is an alien invasive species in Malaysia, so we need to monitor the level of infestation. Now, RPW is distributed throughout in our country since come in 2007, but now still exists in our country, and but it's under control in certain part of area lah. But in Terengganu we still have a problem because there are so many coconut trees, and also maybe a good temperature and climate in Terengganu. Okay, so we also use the same technique to see if there is a potential of the RPW attack the ornamental dead palm or ornamental palm that planted throughout the country. Okay, so and then I move to another insects. Okay, because this topic is very wide. All palm, coconut, and there are so many pests. So this one I just focus on the three important pests that I work in UKM. So this is the symptom, visual symptom because of the oritis, rhinoceros beetle. So actually there's slightly, it's not significantly different, the visual system for both insects, either from the rhinoceros beetle or red palm beetle. So, but the answer is the sound, because the larvae only, if there's a larvae inside the palm, is the red palm beetle. It's not the rhinoceros beetle, because rhinoceros beetle, the larvae is not live in the living tree. They live in the rotten trees or abandoned ataupun dead trees. It's not in the living trees. Okay, so for the rhinoceros beetle also we monitor by using the pheromone trap. This is pheromone trap, different design, and also another popular technique also using the organic trap. Organic trap is similar the habitat of the for the breeding site for the oritis, rhinoceros beetle. Okay, and then here in Malaysia we also study the population dynamic of oritis rhinoceros beetle in the replanting area for the all palm. And then from the study we also found that because in nature oritis rhinoceros in Malaysia they have the oritis nodularis infection, because this natural entomopathogen, it can suppress the population of rhinoceros beetle. This is good. Maybe we can apply this virus to certain area that have a high infestation of the oritis rhinoceros. This is work with MPOB by my student. Okay, and the next is I think it's also damaging. It's a vertispore longicosima. What we call is the coconut leaf beetle, because it causes the leaf like appear scorched or burnt. So, and then this is the problem when we want to apply the management, control management. So it's not only one pest, it's multiple pests. For example, like here, not only the vertispore longicosima at this coconut, but it's also rhinoceros beetle, somehow also Rhinoceros vaginaceus. Okay. So we also try, to use some of the activity to to detect the presence of the Bottispora literatima. This is a laboratory test. At least we know the sound, the activity because of the feeding or moving activity of the Bottispora on the leaf. I think because when we want to use the acoustic detection, somehow we also have problem because there are so many insects. Not only Bottispora or RPW, there are so many insects. So and then we create a lot of database for different type of insects. Okay, I think it's a cultural control method is very important. This includes proper field sanitation, timely removal of infested plant. This one is very important. It's not easy for the small farmer when the plant is infested. They want to remove the infested plant, but the good field sanitation is to remove the highly infested plant. Okay. And then we also need to find a good plant that is resistant to the pest, the cultural control methods. So this is some of the cultural method. Because of the RPW infestation, we need to terminate the coconut trees or the oil palm. This is we work in Tanah Merah Kelantan. We found that there's a signal of RPW inside the trees, and then we need to terminate the oil palm. And then in this study also we found there's a few RPW, but it's not cause the damaging on the oil palm, but we afraid that if it can, they like the oil palm, maybe they can produce the colony that like can live in the oil palm. Okay, so in Malaysia there's many companies that they use the entomopathic fungi as a biocontrol agent to cope the main pest for the oil palm, the netted caterpillar, bedworm. For example, like in this company they use the cordyceps fumosorosia, but I think in many plantation they use a mechanism.
Terus lagi. Tapi di Zoom enggak di sini.
Okay, now I jump to another pest for the oil palm. It's a Metisapulana. It's a highly the infestation level is very high, and then so the control management they use the PT. This is used by MPOB. And then in my team also we also study about the potential of the predators to control the oil palm. Okay. And then for the RPW in Malaysia, we use the entomopathic fungi, and then in my laboratory we work with the nematodes. Okay, maybe I like to show you a video. This is our laboratory test on the RPW. This RPW we give some dose for the nematode. This is a local isolate from Malaysia, and then we found that this nematode can kill the adult, not only adult, all stage of the insect. This is local, and then you can see the movement of the nematode. around the particular layer of the insect. This is what we did in my laboratory. We work with nematodes to control the red palm beetle. Maybe later on we want to apply to other pests like otis spar, maybe orchitis. Okay. So this is I work with the population dynamic of the orchitis lanceolus. We found there's an infection of another entomopathogen, orchitis virus infection. And then, as I mentioned earlier, that meteorism is the most famous biocontrol agent we use to control male pests for the oil palm and also the coconut. And then we go to Grotispar beetle. There's an initiative release by Department of Agriculture using the parasitor. This is the agent using that. Okay, for the chemical control, so I think I don't want to explain more detail about the chemical control because most of the plantation or management they know how to use the chemical control. But the thing is they should use the registered insecticide. For example, in Malaysia we have a system, pesticide information system. We need to use the pesticide that registered, so that we can the illegal insecticide. So in my group also we also try different type of chemical insecticide to control the RPW that attack the coconut. Okay, this is for example. And so I go to conclusion: effective management of crab in coconut and oil palm cultivation requires a multifaceted approach by identifying pests earlier, utilizing cultural and chemical control measures, adopting integrated pest management strategy. Farmer can enhance the sustainability and productivity of their crops, and continued education adaptation to new pest challenges are vital for maintaining healthy plantation. Okay, thank you. Maybe 30 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much, Pak Jo.
Okay.
That's very interesting. Yeah, hopefully that we can also learn from you in Indonesia. Okay, well, we go first next to the second speaker. Thank you very much, Pak Jo, for your presentation. Next, we would like to invite Pak Bandung, Dr. Bandung Sahari, and time will be yours for another 30 minutes. Well, I would like to read your curriculum vitae of Bapak Bandung. Okay. The CV of Bapak Bandung, current affiliation, PT Astra Agro Lestari, and position now as Senior Vice President of Sustainability. Then about his education, bachelor he got from IPB in entomology field, and then master. He is really loyal to IPB. The master and PhD he got from IPB, and expertise is in insect associated to oil palm. Okay, Mr. Bandung, go ahead. Time will be yours.
Thank you very much, Ibu Ip, for introduction.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to share my
Share screen, share.
Do you already see my presentations? Ini tidak bisa dibaca di sini.
Sudah Pak, clear.
explain. Okay, since most of you are Indonesian students and lecturers, maybe I will use some example because my English is not good enough to do this presentation. Saya terima kasih banyak So, in this opportunity, I would like to deliver this presentation on this pest control, technical implementation. I think Pak Josh has covered everything. I don't know what to present anymore. I'm not going to talk about the token, but I'm going to talk about the because this is my expertise. So this is me and our team. So we have it helping me in preparing this presentation and also this work. So why palm oil? Before I jump into the method to this monitoring and also business monitoring, I would like to provide you with the background of palm oil. So I in Indonesia and Malaysia are facing the singular challenges. And why palm oil? So palm oil is the most beloved agricultural commodity, and because it nationally it contributes significantly to the economic development in Indonesia, and also it has significant contributions on the capacity of irrigation and also the development of rural areas in Indonesia and rural areas as to plantation. And but at the same time, palm oil is facing tremendous challenges as agricultural commodity. This challenge coming from several environmental issues, including the deforestation, greenhouse gas emissions, but as you can see, everybody here suka gorengan bukan? Masih seneng gorengan kan? Ya kan? Yes. So, actually palm oil is already inside in our daily life. We wake up in the morning and in the daily activity and until the end of the night, and our life usually deal with this palm oil. So actually we cannot escape from this palm oil. But at the same time, as I mentioned before, that palm oil has significant contributions for this country. So then the production itself is around 50, 52, and 54 million tons CPO. And then even though the world production is around 93, 92, and it also provides more than 5 million direct laborers, and multiplier effect itself involves 17 million laborers. And then we also have palm oil itself has significant contributions on those national export, and also it contributes to the energy security. The importance of palm oil in this, so then you know that we in Indonesia that we experience the suffering and of being colonized by more than 350 years, and then oil palm is like a drop of dew, which gives hope the Indonesian people will raise to the Lord. So as you can see from this picture that from in the past that there was nothing, but now the area is busy with economic activities, and then it also contributes to this community welfare. And what if we compare this palm oil to this other vegetable oil? So then I believe that palm oil is the most efficient and environmentally friendly vegetable oil in the world. And then if we compare between this soybean, sunflower, rapeseed, so then palm oil only needs 0.26 hectares produce 1 ton of this oil compared to this rapeseed, sunflower, and also soybean. But in terms of this land productivity and the size of plantations, it can be seen here that the rapeseed, soya, sunflower need a bigger area to produce this oil. But the oil palm only needs more smaller area. And what about the productivity and the production? As you can see here from this picture, that the production of palm oil is actually stagnant. It's not really high, but the potential itself production can be like 3 million. The production now is around 50 to 54, and then the export becomes more smaller due to the increasing demand of plastics for food and also for biodiesel. So this is the size the distribution of plantation in Indonesia. As you can see here that the size of plantation in Indonesia is around 16 million hectares, and it is scattered from Aceh, Sumatera Utara, Riau, and Sulawesi. And compared to the overall land of Indonesia, the palm oil have effect like around 8 to 9% of the land that is utilized for this palm oil. But if you see here that potential production is around 80 million of CPO, but in reality it is around 22 million. And if you see this distribution of palm oil, 41% of the plantation in Indonesia are owned by the smallholders. So meaning that the smallholders hold a very significant role in the palm oil production in Indonesia. What about this PT Astra and Lestari itself? So then we have a plantation in Aceh, Riau, Johari, Lestari, Kalimantan, West Sulawesi, and South Sulawesi. And then the main problem the ground in the palm productivity is coming from the base of it. And from the previous research, the yield can be up to 70% to 90% of the production loss. And this it needs a lot of attention in managing the populations of this pest and disease. And however, in handling the pest and disease in different plantations at a group level, so then we have different size of plantations from Sumatra, Kalimantan, and Sulawesi, different landscape. There is a landscape variability because its city area, its is high conservation city area, its of land. And this, what about the geographic regions and age variability? Topography of plantations. It is flat or it is hilly. So then this pest control should be locally specific. And if from this presentations you can see the pictures of this, I think Pak Jo has covered this kind of pest attacking our plantations. but you know that when the outbreak comes, when the outbreak comes, no, then well we lose that leaf, and the population is quite high. So this this really affects the productivity of this plantation. And as you can see here, this is the backbone. So then in Sulawesi itself, the backbone is high. The Protestant Parinitans and Psikotosia are mostly found in the Sumatra area. What about the landscape perspective in that construct? So then, if we go back to like 1980, 1960, 1950, so then many natural area has been transformed into the palm oil. And then Indonesia is an archipelago country. The island geography, macro and microclimate differences like intensity, nature and habitats, and it is really affecting this pest effect and also disease incidence in the field. In all palm systems, the age differences have also important aspect in managing the pest populations and landscape variability, geographic difference, and microclimate. What about the monitoring of palm? And how is the early warning system implemented? So I think some breakthrough needs to be and like next slide. Early warning system. The early warning system sendiri is early warning system itself is a method that is taken to monitor this population on the ground. So this is how this observations on the ground is conducted. So observation is focused on the attack rate, populations, identifications of the larva and pupa, and also the occurrence of natural elements. How many of these parasite larvae are found? So, is this early warning system effective? What about the dispersion behavior of the species? Is it blunt, random, or regular? So this is something that we need to consider to evaluate our this monitoring system. And this is how the result of this monitoring system. As you can see here, there is red, green, and yellow color of this landscape area, and this green, red, and yellow color indicate different symptoms and different level of populations of different pest types. Where we have here the metal caterpillar backbones. And is this an operational or ecological problem? If we found pest optimally, is this operational and or ecological problem? Maybe for this vegetables, maybe vegetable mostly in the not only in the large area, but for the oil palms, and then for the oil palm we will talk about this landscape level. The pests they can be patchy or random, or not evenly distributed. Or what about habitat characteristics? So this is the dynamic of the pest effects in different islands. The observation itself is conducted between 2018 and 2020, and this is from the native caterpillar. So then, as you can see here, the different regions has a different pattern of the native caterpillar attack, and also the backbone. So as oh, this is the background. The population of the background in the past usually in Sulawesi, but now we can see here that the population of backgrounds mostly found in Andalas is meaning Sumatra, Borneo is Borneo, Celebes is Sulawesi. So, what about the effects of the climate to the effects and then from the graph you can see here from the observation that was conducted in 2005-2006. This is just an example to show you that there is a relationship between the rainfall and also the pest populations declining or increasing. So actually the increasing rainfall is followed by the declining populations. So this is there is a timeline here is like 1 month. What about the integrated pest management? So for the IPM itself, our concept is not eradicating, but how to maintain the pest populations at a lower level in a sustainable way, of course. And it is also based on these ecological principles. And we also consider the agricultural complexity, ecosystem complexity, then also the ecological processes that include predation, parasitisation, and decomposition, pollination. And how do we apply this, what we call this conservation of agrobiodiversity, including the parasitoid diversity in agricultural landscape? So as you can see here, that in our farm plantation, usually you will find the flowering herb that is purposely planted to maintain this natural animal populations. And then this is how we manage the habitats to ensure that the predators and parasitoids can stay longer in the ecosystem, and therefore they can help us in controlling pest populations in the field. And this is how we utilize the agrobiodiversity and how to preserve them. And as you can see here that this is not a picture of Tito alba. Right? Tito alba or burung hantu that is usually known in Java, in Sumatra. But my students, I think there was a publication in 2020. So my students identified that Tito rosenbergi actually the Serak Sulawesi. Colonize this artificial network that is originally for the Bantul, but now it is colonized by Serak Sulawesi, and they help us in controlling rat population in the field. And we also have this Brachymarialasus, Anthobimpla, and Cicanus that help us in controlling pest populations. And this data providing the insight about the relationship between the coverage of area that is planted with Cornella subulata and also the attack area. As you can see here, this increasing size of this Cornella subulata is followed by decreasing attack area. And what about the human apparent parasitoid? So this is the pest, Dana pituta, Dana prima, Dana badli. So then we collected this parasiticide larva. As you can see here, this is the identified parasitoids coming from this parasiticide larva. So, and actually from the previous study identified that there are many species of these parasitoids inhabiting this plantation, and specifically on these flowering herbs. So then we have Bacteria podatrica, Coryphus, and Sampisimpla, and also Brachymeria, this parasitoid. This because of they are in the younger this parasitoid. This because of they are in the younger plantations, then there is a lot of sunlight, so then the flowering herbs are abundant, and this provides more nectar for these parasitoids to colonize. And this is the parasiticide egg oxidornistan Petricogramma osei. But the problem with this Petricogramma is how to rear that. So there is no exact methodology that is really successful in rearing these species because of it is very hard to rear this Petricogramma osei. Even though that the success story was recorded for this corn plantation, paddy field, and also for this shallot plantation, shallot garden. But not for this alfalfa plantation. So this is a challenge for the lecturers and researchers from the university. So that my questions, my requests are addressed through to Ibu Hidrayani, Ibu Nono. Tarus Wirustam, I believe he is also enjoying this presentation. Pak Hasnian, Hamid, so then if please do this research for us, so then we need that technology and that approach. So what about this monitoring ecosystem? How this early warning system is also a tool that can be used to monitor the ecosystem. As my questions before that is, what is really happening when we find out the pest outbreak? It is operational problem or it is an ecological problem? So then from the pest populations and pest attacks and pest problems, so then we move to here with Ganoderma disease, and Joe has counter everything related to Ganoderma. So then the presentation is still in Bahasa Indonesia, and I believe that the audience will have no problems to read this. And you know that Ganoderma is the main problems in our plantations, and there is no one single solution to overcome this Ganoderma attack in the field. Since you know that non-symptomatic infected plants can be apa ya itu namanya, can be faktor penyebar dari inoculum, the source of inoculum for this Ganoderma. And molecular approach is needed to identify early identify this Ganoderma attack on the plantation. So as you can see here that this is the investment level of Ganoderma in PTAAL. So as you see here, the meaning this very high presence of this Ganoderma, and it's okay, but merah is like you need to be very careful of that. And this is how we control this Ganoderma, even though that we are still working on it, and there are still many seminars talking about how to control Ganoderma when it is comprehensively. So I think this is similar to what Pak Jo has said before. We use the culture techniques, chemical culture, controlling Ganoderma. And we also use the antagonistic microbes, including the Trichoderma, and also in combination with the mycorrhiza. And we also conducting the eradications of the source of inoculums that is remaining in the field. And you know, what is the relationship between this Ganoderma in our plantation and Ganoderma in coconut oil, coconut trees? Yes, they share similar problems. So actually in several areas in our plantation, previously was this coconut trees, coconut plantations. So actually the soil burn disease, the inoculum is already there for this oil palm is planted there. And with all pests and diseases attack our plantations, then we employ the integrated pest management and as tools and indicators. So as you can see here that there are several, this is a snapshot of our tools. So then we employ the index. And this is the principle that we use to monitor these plantations. And then this is the gold, green, blue, red flag for each site in the field that undergoing this integrated pest management survey to process the index. So, what about the technology? Is it a solution for our plantations? You know that in the fields, we are trying to use this technology by using this digitalization, by employing this drone to monitor this background attacks, indicating by with this color of this plantation leaf. But we are still studying this, and is utilization of drones to detect pests and diseases, and drones are equipped with artificial intelligence and then automatically and use of lighting, but near technology. So the objective of by using this drone is to self-collect disease pests without damaging the object. So the key point from my presentation is that I need to highlight about this pest management in large landscape scale of plantations should be specific by considering the complexity of the landscape and also the characteristics of the landscape. And integrated pest management index can be a promising source, I believe that. For evaluating the status of the plantation in relation to pest control and emission health. And technology utilization in pest control is a must in adapting future challenges related to the sustainability and sustainability of the ecosystem. So I think that's all that I can deliver. I hope it can assist you in providing what is going on the ground and also what is really our concerns regarding this pests and disease affecting plantations. Ibu Hidrayani, terima kasih banyak untuk waktunya.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mas Bandung. It was very interesting presentation and very clear with a sweet apa namanya gayanya Mas Bandung. I still remember that when we met it at IPB, yeah. Okay, well, let's go to the discussion. All the participants, if you would like to have some questions or suggestion, you can directly ask the speakers and mention to whom you would like to address your question. So everybody is pleased to raise to throw your questions. And we will have time until 11, yeah? Is it until 11, Bumis?
Bu It, I'm so sorry, but I need to leave lightly.
Okay, Mas Bandung.
Mas Bandung katanya mau keluar 15 menit sebelum jam 11 tadi.
Sebelum jam 11. Oh, that's okay. So
maybe the first question
should be addressed. Yeah, the first question should be addressed to Pak Bandung.
I hope that there is no question for me.
No, to Pak Bandung. I would like to ask you about the utility.
There are two questions in chat box.
The question actually for Pak Jonas, not for me.
To Pak Jo, not for Pak Bandung.
Yes.
There are also two questions for Pak Bandung.
Let's see. Yeah, right. No, Pak Bandung. To Dr. Bandung, I would like to ask you about the utilization of host funds for the natural enemies of oil palm leaf-eating caterpillars. Are there any alternative plant species that are better than Turnera subulata, considering that Turnera only blooms for a few hours in the morning?
Yes. I think there are many species that are also planted in the plantations. There are Euphorbia and also the Cassia sora, and there are many other species in the field that planted in the plantations. But if you come to the plantation, that mostly Turnera subulata. Jadi, I don't know, maybe it is easier to plant this Turnera subulata, and then but actually you also can find this Euphorbia and Cassia sora, and also air mengatakan, I don't know what the species of this herb. Actually, we plant not only Turnera subulata, plant Euphorbia, and there are other species that already in our plantations, and many research has been conducted to evaluate the effectiveness of this herbs for maintaining the parasitic populations. But my PhD itself was on the Turnera subulata.
Okay.
Kalau di yang lain enggak.
So we go to the next question. Yeah. For is it all for Pak Bandung? No, we should give the question for Pak Bandung because he want to leave early. Yeah. So any other question or suggestion for Pak Bandung? Yeah, what I noticed, Pak Bandung and Pak Jo, Pak Bandung talked much about parasitoids and predators, but Pak Jo, I think, didn't mention about. Maybe Pak Jo can add later. Yeah, if they're in Malaysia, they also work with parasitoid and predators. That's what we are curious about Pak Jo. About Pak Bandung, this is a kind of well, I think you know, if our students can come to your plantation and learn, you know.
Yes,
Yeah, is it possible, Pak Bandung?
Okay, so then I'm offering invitations for students for this S1 master on PhDs to come to our plantation to do the research for this thesis. We really welcome.
Great.
Yes, please come to our plantation. But we don't have plantation in Padang, in Sumatera.
Where is the nearest Pak Bandung?
But
In Java?
you can come to Riau. So then we have a lot of plantations in Riau. Then you can do your research in Riau plantation. So you don't need to come to like in Kalimantan or Sulawesi. I think the nearest locations, plantation locations, is in Riau from your place now.
Oh, okay, so we can come to Riau, yeah. Well, at least Mas Bandung, the students and we also can know about using the drone, for monitoring that is equipped by the AI, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe you can mention about this monitoring using equipped by AI, Pak Bandung.
Yes, yeah, we now still on the process of utilizing this in artificial intelligence to monitoring this pests, and now that we still do this manually, but the process is digital through the digital. So then, like for example, if we send somebody to the field and they do the monitoring, and then by that time we also can monitor from Jakarta. So that's what we do. And then we also set up drones. Can you go back to that question, please? Because I would like to answer that question that has been posted in this slide.
Yeah, the question that.
It is for the drone, but we need to have like the chip or equipment to identify whether this crop is infected by the mold. And there are several technologies that have been developed before, like nose, but what about the visual that we can use to identify how many crops are affected by the caterpillar? So then we need support from the university actually to help us in developing this kind of research. So for these questions, I read that several questions that has been posted in this slide. Pesticide use. We actually for this large scale plantation, we need to manage the habitat. So there's early warning system is the key to prevent any outbreak potential that can happen in the field. Let's still use the chemical pesticide when outbreaks like Kuliah Umum and several hundred hectares. And the chip and we also use what we call